Hello and welcome to Bottom Feeders Incorporated. This is Maddie77 and this is part 8 of Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. We just watched Frank threaten Steven with a shotgun because he knew his plans to have the town gassed. And he shot it over his head and told him to get out. Of course, we didn't get to see it. We got to see little almost images of people made of light and hear the dialogue, but that is what happened. That water sounds good. And it looks good too. But it sounds pretty convincing. Thank God for a high graphics budget.
I hung up on Steven. He doesn't understand. Even if he were here to experience it directly, I'm still not sure he would. There has to be a way of consolidating, of offering reciprocal amplification to the signal.
I have no clue what any of that means. Should have known I couldn't go behind there. And from what I saw, a lot of critics tore this apart. If it didn't look as good as it did, I think it would have gotten it a lot worse. I don't know if I would have been able to finish playing through it if it had looked worse. I think that's definitely a lot of what kept me going, was how beautiful the game is.
The radio telescope in Tower 6 is burned out. The background radiation coming in from the Penrose region is off the scale. It's like mathematics is bending along with the light. Everything is bathed in a strange glow. My face is still numb from the burn.
I wonder if I missed something in here. And it could also be likely I didn't miss anything, but I feel like I did, because I didn't get like that special everything goes dark moment like I did with Wendy. And as I said, I didn't with Jeremy either, but if you remember back to, I think it was in part 2 of the video series, that I never did get that one in front of the hardware store to work. Oh, Mary.
How's your sister, Frank?
We've not spoken since the funeral.
Ah, I see. Well, listen, I did rather wonder if you might do me a bit of a favor and check in on her, see if she's all right.
Dr. Wade, if they dropped the bomb, there'd be no left but cockroaches and Wendy Boyles.
It's a bit odd, really. There's an old chap, John Coles, regular visitor at Lakeside, went walkabout sometime last night. Now it appears Mrs. Boughton has done the same.
Enid? Well, that'd be clever. They amputated her leg last spring.
Yes, that's the thing. I've also got a surgery full of people with nosebleeds and headaches. The council are saying influenza, but I've been practicing for 35 years and I'm not convinced. I just wondered if you might pop by and see her.
Even if I did, do you really think she'd let me in?
Fine. Forget it. I'll see her. Leave it to me. Oh, and Frank, call the hospital and get them to collect all this stuff. It's been 8 months.
Well, he's still grieving. Some people, the process takes longer, that's all. So many places to get lost. Yet only so many places you can go. I think it picks up again some this next section once you get to the camp. Okay, Lizzie.
Mrs. Graves! Lizzie, Mrs. Graves!
Rachel?
Hey, what on earth's going on? It's been awful. The thunder and the lightning and all the power went out. And everyone was in the hall, so I told them all to stay put. But then Sean Davis said he wasn't going to be told what to do by a stupid bloody girl and went out for a cigarette. And then didn't come back. And then Di, she went out after him and she didn't come back either.
Where's Dylan? Was he with Sean and Di?
No, I've been looking after him. Do you think they'll come back?
I don't know, Rachel.
I don't care what anyone thinks. I just know if he was my baby, I could never leave him. Even if the whole world was coming to an end, I'd make sure he came first.
You'd be a good mum, Rachel. Oh, don't worry. It's fine. Go back inside and tell everyone that they're doing a great job. A really wonderful job. I just got a few things to finish up here, and then I'll come in and join you.
Right.
Go on.
Hear a phone. The people she was talking about, Sean and Di, they were the ones that way back on the bridge in the forest that were arguing over the man whose pickup truck had gone into the river. And I'd assume that's where they were when she's complaining.
You can't save them. Just pack a case and meet me at the station.
They've closed the lines. Weren't you listening to the radio? Because of the flu.
There is no flu, Lizzie.
Oh, Christ, Stephen, I'm not stupid. Of course there's no flu. But the stations are still closed.
There's an access footpath that runs alongside the main tunnel. You can get out that way. They won't have thought of it.
You know what's going on, don't you?
You can't use the phone anymore.
Well, like you're not using one right now.
Funny. Listen. Just don't use the phone after this. No TV or radio either. It can hide in the signal.
You make it sound like it's alive.
I don't think we have a word for what it is. Just promise me. Don't tell anyone. Pack quietly. Meet me at the station tomorrow, all right?
I feel awful lying and leaving all these people here.
It was a brilliant idea about the show. Top marks for that, you clever thing. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Now I forget if he was genuinely trying to get her out or not. But knowing him, the answer's probably not. Forgot about the rain. That threw me. This room becomes important later on. There's the phone. Burning cigarette. It's a little weird. I don't think you'd actually have a lit burning cigarette there. Even with the nature of how things went down, it just strikes me as odd.
Oi, Shipley, I want a word with you. What? Get over here, soft lad, and keep your voice down. Do you know who I am?
Yeah? You work for Meg Holloway?
Charlie Tate. You can call me Charlie.
What's this about, Charlie?
Rachel Baker.
What about her?
Oh, come on, son, I wasn't born yesterday. Are you looking to get your head kicked in?
She's 16. She's not a kid.
You try telling her dad that. He'll bloody kill you.
I love her, though. You can't stop love.
I'm not telling you to stop anything. Just be careful, that's all.
Excuse me.
Don't touch it. It's fine.
It's like a sunburn, but it's a funny shape. Is it sore?
I can't feel it at all. Don't fuss over
I
it.
can't believe that you left Kate there. Why won't you tell me what happened?
She's probably not even noticed I've gone. It's really nothing.
You're lying. Don't lie to me.
Fine. We had a row. She'll work all night anyway.
Stephen, listen to me. Was there an accident? Is that how your face got burnt?
It's nothing. Something, I don't know. Just got a bit shaken up and then we fought. She wanted to stay and collect more data.
Was she burnt as well? Is everything all right?
Jesus, Liz, are you sleeping with me or her? She's fine, we're both fine. I don't want to talk about her. I came here to see you.
I just worry.
Well, don't. Come to bed.
What a dick. Oh, there's my hopeful friend.
Hey, it's
just been on the radio that they're closing the roads. Something about the flu?
No one here has flu, Sean. There's no flu here. I overheard Mrs. Graves, and she said another family left and left. She said they must have left last night, but their car and all their stuff's still here.
Screw this day. There's 15
living
people
later.
left and left in 2 days. I don't like it. Where's the baby?
Asleep in a caravan. Sean, I don't want to sit around here waiting for it to get worse. I reckon if we leave now, we can get out to the valley before they get their acts together and close the roads.
You think so?
Okay, so maybe this
We
wasn't...
can go the back roads.
This must be when they went and did
Someone on
that.
side for Mrs. Graves.
So when Rachel was talking to Lizzie, that must have been when they disappeared for
What's
good.
the problem anyway?
Don't be unkind, Sean.
Come on, let's go and get Dylan.
Because the more you see of them, I don't think they would have left their kid behind. And from what they say, whatever the pattern was doing, people were definitely just disappearing. Well, we actually saw that when Jeremy was in the basement, too.
I think it was instant. I know that's no help.
Can you leave me alone?
There was nothing we could do. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Pat.
You've woken the baby. Just leave me alone.
Rachel, I'm sorry. Sorry.
I missed something. What happened there? Phone.
Hi, this is Kate Collins and Stephen Appleton. Leaving Stephen.
It's me.
Hi, this is Kate Collins and
I'm
Stephen
leaving.
Appleton. Leave a
I've waited
message.
as long as I can. If you are there to meet me, I'm leaving for the station now, but I am going anyway, whether you're there or not. But I love you. Please be there. I love you.
Where is it? Oh.
And you found it like this?
Yeah? I got into the habit of checking in first thing in the morning just to make sure he's had his pills.
Mr. Coles is not a well man, Elizabeth. It's entirely possible he upped and wandered off. If things progressed, the mind can be a fragile thing, you know?
It's just not very like him, that's all I'm saying, Doctor. He never misses the mid-morning bingo.
He didn't smoke, did he?
Not that I knew of.
There's a funny... It's like ash.
Well, that is odd. Reese cleaned in here yesterday afternoon. I'll have to have a word.
It's not like cigarette ash. Strange.
Dr. Wade, has just been a phone call. We needed back at the village. Apparently Mrs. Barton has disappeared.
Okay, looks like we're heading up to the end of this episode. Hopefully we'll meet again for episode 9. everybody's gone to the rapture, this has been Maddie77. Thank you and have a day.